before you today, ready to speak and talk about the good and bad of Bloodborne. The power of the game! It's getting a hold of me. Give me 5. Give me low. Give me space in your fucking face. So, I consider this a new entry in the Souls series, to be honest. To me, this is not an entirely new IP, and I think most Souls fans will agree with me. Did you hear that fucking rhyme? That was fucking awesome. So, I'm gonna talk about some good things, some bad things, but because let's face it, no game is fucking perfect. If you consider a game fucking flawless, you're a bit blind. Every game has something that you might say something about, or something that could improve. Or if you compare it to the prequels or the other games, this is a kind of a spiritual successor to Demon Souls, I think the main creator said. So, let's start off by talking about the main shit when it comes to fucking action RPGs. The combats. So, I can start off by making it very simple. I think Bloodborne has the best fucking combat in the entire series, alright? Because it has some great fucking new feature making attacking enemies fucking a blast. It makes it on fucking point. You just go right into the throats and you kill them. There's fucking blood everywhere, it's satisfying, you get heavy hits in. It's really fucking satisfying doing this shit all day long, okay? Before, in the other games, you had this weight limit. If you equip one weapon, it's like this many kilos. If you equip a big weapon, suddenly your fucking character is slow as shit. You all know what I fucking talk about because you all fucking played those games. So, in this game, you're never slow. Never. You're always fast. You're fast. You can go fucking everywhere all the time, no matter what you equip. There are some fucking big weapons in the game. There are some smooth, fast weapons in the game. No matter what you equip, you're fucking free. Free as a bird, my friends. This is a fucking great feature. It takes away a bit of tactical edge because in the other games you had to think more what to equip. Do I equip this? Do I use this heavy shield? Do I use this light shield and this heavy weapon to maintain my speed? And that kind of feature is, to me, extremely interesting to balance all the time. But sometimes it's fresh to get a new game that doesn't have all that shit, where you can just go fucking crazy, go fucking nuts, no strings attached. I love that about this game, and that's the biggest plus in my book. This game has fucking kick-ass combat. This game is worth buying just because of the combat, alright? But now let's look at the gameplay in general. If you look at Bloodborne, you have a gun, you have multiple guns you can get throughout the game, alright? But you see, most guns play the same. There's a shotgun, which shoots a blast, but most of the time you're fighting one enemy. If you're fighting 2 enemies, let's say you hit 2 enemies, who cares? If an enemy is behind, it doesn't matter if you hit him because, let's face it, these guns don't take shit damage, alright? They're not made to fucking take damage on enemies. They're made to get the riposte move. Do you remember riposte in the Souls game? If you go behind the enemies and you backstab, that's like you get a fucking super critical hit. Or if you use your shield and you smash their attack away, then they're open and you get fucking riposte attack. In this game, it's a very unique feature where if the enemy is about to attack, you just shoot that motherfucker and he loses focus. Then you can go in and you can stab that motherfucker. And that's fucking awesome. But there's very little diversity in this, alright? You only have guns and some fucking weapons. Now, it's fucking over, man. That's fucking it. If you look at the past Souls games, you have miracles, you have hexes, you have sorceries, and you got about 20 of each. So you got like 60, 70, let's not forget fucking pyromancies. You got 4 different classes you can go to. 4 paths. Or you can go all out fucking, I'm a weapons master, I don't use fucking magic, I'm not a fucking coward. So in theory you have 5 fucking paths you can take in the other games. In this game, they're all the fucking same, alright? It doesn't really matter what you put points on in this game. I didn't put one single fucking point into stamina. The stamina bar, the one you can use to hit with, alright? I didn't use 1 point, because you don't fucking need to in this game. The stamina bar gets back so fast, you don't need shit upgrades, alright? From the beginning you can dodge like 5-6 times in one fight. And you get back energy so fast you can start attacking right away. There's no limit. You're completely free all the time, and that kind of takes away from the RPG experience. I think, at least. So basically, you don't need to put points on stamina, you just have to focus on energy. You gotta get some fucking vitality, my friend. You gotta get some fucking vitality. You need some energy. And you can... There's something called blood tinge in this game. And blood tinge increases the damage of the guns. And there's a specific item you can use that increases the attack of the gun by 1 shot. So you can get 1 powerful hit. If you go all out blood tinge, you kinda have a second build in this game. But it's very one-dimensional. You just shoot a gun, attack. And let's not forget, I forgot one thing when I was talking about the attacking in this game. The weapons transform. The weapon transformation is fucking brilliant. You can attack, then transform the weapon, and then you can attack, transform the weapon back, and you get a fucking combo. And in the other games, you don't have a lot of combo going on. That's a great feature in this game. So it's a bit like this. I prefer having different classes. If you have different classes, you can replay the game and it will feel fresh all over again. Bloodborne does not have that, alright? Another thing I want to complain about. The cooperation in this game. You ring a bell, then the person you gotta connect with rings a bell too. And this costs points. When you kill a boss, you get like 3 points. If you read a fucking lore piece or something, you may get 1 point. It's like that. And you have very few of these points early in the game. So calling for cooperation is very rare. And if you call for cooperation and no one fucking shows up, you lost a point for fucking nothing. While in Souls you can put down the soapstone sign. And if no one picks you up, or if you're trying to get help from someone, whatever, you don't lose shit. If someone joins you, it's solid. No fucking loss for absolutely nothing, right? That's a big minus for me in this game. And besides this game, I know a lot of people gonna disagree with me, because I've had a lot of discussions with people on fucking forums, like on GameFAQs, whatever. But I think that this fucking game has some of the worst PvP in the series. Because you barely can connect to anyone, you don't have a solid place to fight people. Like in Dark Souls 1. You had the... oh fuck, I forgot the name. You had the big castle area where after you kill that bitch, it's endless invasion. You can just go there and PvP all fucking day. That's fucking gone! And you don't have a covenant where you can go and PvP with people. It has a lot of features that is missing from the other games, which makes this game very, very simple and one-dimensional. But I still love it, don't get me wrong, my friends. I love this game. I give it like a 9 out of 10, alright? Because it's so fucking fun. But still, it's lacking, my friends. It's not the perfect game everyone is saying it is, alright? Alright? And you got a few magics in this game. It's not really magic. It's like a few bonuses, I would call it. You get a few bonuses, and these bonuses cost a shitload of bullets to use. So you have like 20 bullets in this game at one time. If you go to your home base, you refill these 20 shots. If you have them in storage, you need to grind these if you decide to use the magic in this game. So it's not worth it. It's a very little bonus for a lot of nag. So I never used the magic in this game. It's fucking pointless. I just went on attacking, and then I went on shooting, and that's fucking it. It's fun as hell, but for a 40-50 hour game, it gets stale. It gets a bit boring. Now, let's talk about level design. Let's talk about the level design. Overall, the Victorian era to me is fucking badass. We don't get it nearly enough. I love this fucking design. The designs of the buildings, dark, and you can see the moon in the sky. There are werewolves. You have like a coats, the fucking armors you get are coats. It looks fucking badass as hell. But the setting is like gray and black, gray and black, gray and black throughout the entire game. in the beginning you think, yeah, I love this darkness. Darkness is badass. I love darkness. Darkness. Bleh. And then you get to a new area. Oh, it's darkness. Bleh. Then you get to a new area. Oh, look, it's a tombstone. Darkness. Then you start to feel, am I in the same fucking place over and over again? I mean, fuck. Every single place almost looked the same. It's grey and black, and then it's a little bit grey, then it's black, then it's light grey. Holy shit, it's dynamic. It's light grey. Ooh, the same goes for the armors in the game. I mean, every fucking armor is like grey or black. Some brown in between, but that's it. So when you get different pieces and you try to make a combination of different armor sets, you get kind of the same fucking color on everything. So the armor pieces, the head pieces are very one-dimensional. But like the leg pieces, the arm pieces, everything kind of just smudges into the armor. You don't really feel like it's a huge difference, alright? So, on one side I can say it's the coolest armors in the entire fucking series because I'm metal and I dig fucking leather coats, long leather coats with fucking badass belts all around it. It looks fucking badass. But when you got like 10 of those, you lose a bit interest, to be honest. While in the other Souls games I could get one piece of armor late game. Had fucking tons of intricate designs. And then you put it together with a shining bright plate, and then you had some cool helmet. And together you made a unique piece of combination that had a lot of dynamic, you know? You had different colors to choose from. And I know the Victorian era doesn't need that many colors, but come on, the fuck on. Needs some dynamic, man. Can't only go grey and fucking black. And let's go to the level design again. I'm jumping a bit back and forth here, my friends, because I don't plan shit when I make a video. I just go with the fucking flow. The level design is very much like the other games. You go one path, you come to like a three fork path. You start to get a bit confused in the beginning. You start to find a path, suddenly you found the right way, then you start forgetting about the old paths, so when you try to find them, you suddenly find a secret boss. It's fucking awesome, that shit. So man, I could do that all fucking day. And with the recent announcement of Dark Souls 3, we soon may. We soon fucking may. So let's go to NPCs, non-playable characters. In the previous games, like Demon Souls, there are few but very good non-playable characters that you meet. They have a great fucking progression throughout the game. And the same goes for Dark Souls 1. In Dark Souls 2, the NPCs aren't as good as the previous games, but there are more NPCs, making the world feel alive. That's important to me when I play a game, alright? It gotta be alive. The world's gotta feel alive. Sure, most of the time you're secluded, alone. You're walking around all alone. Oh, it starts to become a horror game. I love that feeling. But I also dig meeting NPCs. And Bloodborne has very few NPCs, man. So most of the time you're alone, you're in a grey, black setting all the time. You don't have a lot to think about when it comes to level up. You have a fair amount of good weapons to use, but let's face it, a lot of the weapons in this game are kind of the same, you know? You have one sword, then it turns to a big weapon. You have like a few of those. And there are a couple of very unique weapons in endgame that I'm gonna show you right now. Look at this fucking brilliant, see this fucking claw. You don't get this fucking claw often in a game. Look at the fucking werewolf claw. That's a unique fucking weapon, one of my favorites. And look at this. Oh, it's a sword that transforms into this fucking badass shit. That's fucking badass, my friend. And then you have some basic weapons. And I know a lot of people that play Souls games love the katana blade. I love the katana blade. I've used katanas in most of the other games except Dark Souls 2 because they break so fucking easy in that game. They're fucking useless. But in Bloodborne, when I got the katana, I was like, fuck yeah, I'm back. Then I transform it and I see my fucking health going down. What the fuck is that shit, was the first thing I said. It made the weapon completely useless to me. I don't think it's worth it at all. The power this weapon has is not fucking worth the fucking effort of healing yourself all the fucking time, alright? So that weapon went straight out the fucking window. But the game has a whip, and the whip is fucking awesome! In the other games, you have a few whips, but they're very basic. You don't really feel like they're worth it compared to the other weapons. But in this game, you have like a huge area effect. You can just whip left and fucking right and whoop some fucking ass. Sorry for going off topic. Back to the NPCs. There are like 3 or 4 NPCs at most. And most of what they have to say isn't really that interesting, to be honest. I don't really play these games for the stories, because I like stories to be huge, epic, over the fucking top like most JRPGs. And you know me, I always like that. This game keeps up the minimalistic approach of the series. That's for fucking sure, because I've never really liked that kind of storytelling. I know a lot of people love finding small details and connecting it to another small detail, then grasping for straws after a little revelation that says that, oh, this is the purpose of being here and there. I don't really get off on that, you know? But I like talking to NPCs, and I like to feel that they are making the world fucking huge. At most you meet like a few hunters here and there. They have very little to say. You can get their fucking gear, so they're worth fucking killing off. That's a tips for ya. Kill off everyone you meet. You may get their fucking armor pieces, right? Like in the other fucking games. So now I think I've covered most of it except the music, but let's fucking face it, the music in this game is like this. You get to a boss battle, like the gas coin boss battle early on in the game, and then you hear a track and you think, yeah, this is fucking dark, cool, badass, ooh, ah. Then you get to other places in the game, and then it's like some symphonic crap again, nothing special going on, just some fucking brass horn. That's fucking it, it's over, man. It's fucking over. So I'm not a fan of the soundtrack either. But that doesn't matter, because I don't play games exclusively for the music, right? So that's what I have to say about Bloodborne. It has some flaws, it's not as dynamic, it's very one-dimensional, but it's fun as fucking hell. Some of the coolest fucking piece of suits in the fucking entire series. It's one-dimensional too, but who cares? It's fucking fun. The bosses, they're fucking huge, epic bosses, but they play a lot like the previous series bosses. And let's face it, this game is easier than the other games, because you can dodge fucking half endlessly in this game. You can just dodge. If you played Devil May Cry games, if you played Ninja Gaiden games, and you played Souls game, you will go through this game like a fucking breeze. I've gone through this game 3 times. I haven't died nearly as much as the other games. So that's at least my point of view. I'm not trying to be a fucking elitist or whatever, because I can honestly say I die like a fucking pig in Dark Souls 2, and tons of people come back to me and say, hey dude, you're dying in this easy fucking game? This game is fucking easy, you suck, get good. That's gotta be the most stupid fucking saying I've heard in recent time. Everyone is fucking saying, get good, get good, get good, fuck get good. If people are struggling, what the fuck's wrong with that? I consider myself a good gamer. In some games, I struggle. In other games, I whoop fucking ass. People are different, alright? So, it's easier for some if you got experience of action games. It's harder for those who are not good at crazy action games. Easy as fucking that. Adios, fuckers. Hope you enjoyed this video, and now I'm gonna kill some enemies for you. Pepsi time! Adios.